In a football world where loyalty has become a fairy tale and legends are forged in transfer fees, there remains a name spoken in Rome like scripture: Francesco Totti. His story is not one of chasing glory across leagues and continents. It is a story of staying, of fighting, of loving a city so deeply that leaving it would have been a betrayal of the soul. It is a story of a man who became his club, his city, and his people, all wrapped in one armband, kissed over the heart, again and again, for a quarter of a century. Totti was born on September 27, 1976, in the heart of Rome, not just geographically, but spiritually. The streets he walked as a boy were lined with history, stone, ruin, rebellion. He grew up playing football with older kids, skinny and wild-eyed, with a touch far beyond his years. His idol was Giuseppe Giannini, Roma's golden-haired prince, but Francesco, even then, seemed destined for something greater. As a child, he was already turning heads. AC Milan and Lazio wanted him, but his mother, Fiorella, iron-willed and protective, refused. "He stays in Rome," she said, and so he did. At 13, Totti joined Roma's youth academy. At 16, he made his debut for the first team. At 22, he wore the captain's armband. And for the next 25 years, that armband would never belong to anyone else. He didn't inherit it, he embodied it. Totti wasn't just a player, he was theater. Every touch of the ball was a brushstroke, every pass a poem. He saw things seconds before they happened and made the game look like slow motion. His lobs were surgical, his backheels absurd, his passes delivered blind, curved, and always perfect. He didn't need speed, he had soul. He wasn't the fastest, he was the cleverest. He could have left. How he could have left. In his prime, Real Madrid offered everything: trophies, wealth, immortality on the world stage. But Totti declined. "Winning in Rome is worth more than winning anywhere else," he said. He chose love over legacy, identity over empire, and in doing so, became both. Roma, as a club, didn't always deserve him. They often lacked resources, stability, and vision, but Totti stayed. Through injuries, through ninth-place finishes, through revolving-door managers, he stayed when he was young and courted, and he stayed when he was old and doubted. In 2001, they rewarded his loyalty. Roma won the Scudetto, their first league title since 1983. Totti was the king of Rome, hoisted on shoulders through the streets of Trastevere. The city painted his name on walls: "Un capitano, c'è solo un capitano," only one captain. But Totti's greatness wasn't measured in silverware. It was measured in presence. When he stepped onto the Olimpico pitch, fans rose instinctively. He wasn't just a footballer, he was Rome's heartbeat. He kissed the badge not for cameras, but for ancestors. Every match he played was personal. He didn't just play for the fans, he played as one of them. And yet he was more than myth. He delivered over 300 goals, over 250 Serie A strikes, countless assists, World Cup winner in 2006 despite playing through injury, Golden Boot in 2007. But no moment defined him more than the thousands that came after, the quiet ones. When he chose to pass instead of shoot, when he joked with ball boys, when he stayed late signing shirts for crying children. He was noble, but never above the people. He was a king who walked barefoot through the crowd. He grew old gracefully, like a timeless statue that somehow kept moving. Even in his late 30s, he could still split defenses with a glance. When coaches benched him, the city rioted. When he scored, the earth shook in Testaccio. He was loved fiercely, dangerously, eternally. And then came the end. May 28, 2017. His final match. Stadio Olimpico overflowed, not with fans, but with mourners. As the clock ticked down, time stood still. At the final whistle, he walked the pitch in tears, holding hands with his children, looking up at the sky like a man who had just finished writing the last sentence of a masterpiece. He read a farewell letter, voice trembling. "Now I'm afraid of the dark. Now I'm the one who needs you." And a city wept as one. Totti left the field, but he never really left. You still see him in the shadows of the stadium, in the murals of the alleyways, in the names whispered by fathers to sons. He is not a chapter in Roma's story. He is the story. Francesco Totti did not need 10 clubs. He didn't need 6 Champions League titles. He didn't need a Ballon d'Or. He had Roma, and Roma had him. Entire careers have come and gone during his reign, but none touched what he represented. He was the last one-club legend, the final romantic, the eternal captain. He didn't just stay. He belonged.